And if you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel if you like what you're hearing, and definitely hit that bell notification so you can get notified every time Lonzo drops some content. But this weekend's Dummy of the Week, Lonzo, and it's going to be easy to pull these stories because it seems like, oh my goodness, this generation. But an Instagram post leads investigators to 70 plus stolen firearms from a Michigan gun store. So what these guys did, Lonzo, was they decided to rob a gun store, steal 70 guns, and then immediately post themselves holding the guns on Instagram. Talk to me, dude.
I'm gonna get me a Forrest Gump sample. Stupid is, the stupid does. Okay.
Hey, that's a good one.
I need that sample. Stupid is, the stupid does. Okay. And what can you say, man? Dude? This is why I say the internet don't come. The internet don't come with no instructions. These guys have no OGs around them to tell them if you do something, you don't sit your ass down. And don't tell the police where the fuck you are if you're trying to get away with it. Now, if you just want to get caught, do what you keep doing, okay? But they'll, oh man, somebody snitched on this. Ain't nobody snitched on you, fool. You snitched on yourself. You went to Instagram, and that's the sad part about some of the things we're experiencing right now. Unless it's on Instagram or Facebook, or Instagram more than anything, if you don't record it, it didn't happen. Everything gets recorded. Shootings, robberies. Even if they get away with it, they show the money. Dude, it's only a matter of time before they catch your ass. It makes no sense. But again, these guys have no guidance. They have no OGs around them. They think everything is cool. You think you got away that it's over with. You gotta be stupid. You gotta be stupid. You think because you left the building with the guns, it's over with. They just started their investigation. They just started their investigation when the guns got broken into. They didn't track every damn ATM camera, light camera. They monitoring all social media, and they're gonna go for the first cats in the neighborhood. First of all, they know it's a local situation. All they gotta do is find somebody with something, or find somebody with.
And that's the best part. That's the best part of the story, Lonzo. Sorry to cut you off, but they got turned in. Someone reckoned there was a $20,000 reward. Someone recognized them and turned them in. So
I'm finna cash in, bro. I ain't gonna do with this. I'm finna get my 20 grand. Okay. I know I may sound like a buster or somebody. I'm finna get paid. First of all, if they that stupid to get caught, you don't want them having that many guns. If they that stupid to be on the internet flashing the guns that they stole from a gun shop, you don't want them kind of fools with that many guns. You doing the community a service by getting them off the streets and make 20 grand in the process.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Everybody keep those questions coming. I'm copying and pasting. We might as well jump into some questions, but shout out to Marlon Cozy, the STEM Radio American Negro, for holding it down. Ben Frank, Charles, you guys are so dope. Rashard Cobb, really appreciate you guys. Nightbreed. I actually have a question from Nightbreed. He says, yo, Lonzo, was there ever a point where you warned N.W.A. about the music they started making?
No, because they left here before they started making that kind of music. You got to understand, when they were with me, they did the Boys in the Hood. They did the Boys in the Hood demo here. They did a Dope Man demo here, and whatever else was on that EP. They left. When they left, they didn't come back. Eazy came back, Yella came back, but you know they were doing some other stuff by then. Nah, they didn't. I didn't have a chance to talk to them about it. They didn't really care no way. And I'm waiting on the hammer to come down. Like, when is this ever going to end? But as you can see, it didn't end no time soon.
Yeah. Oh, you thought somebody was going to basically expose them? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only person, but I realized only person could expose them was me, and I was pretty much ostracized at that point. You know, Yella came back after they broke up. Eazy came around. Eazy would come around from time to time, just to hang out from time to time. But for the most part, Dre had never been back. Q had never been back. So, you know, I was pretty much out of the loop by then.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I obviously until the internet came out, I knew it was different. But when I was coming up, I legit thought they were the biggest gangsters, killers, drug dealers in the world. And this is an 11-year-old me. Was the image that powerful? Is that why they never got exposed, do you think?
Well, again, nobody had any way of vetting anything. Everything was pretty much. You got to understand hip hop, dude. Back then, everything was pretty much word was bond. Okay, if you said something, people took you for it. Okay, women thought I had a super dick, and I was always talking about sex and shit. They thought I was some kind of super lover. I'm just a regular dude. I got a hot few minutes on a good day, shit. But when you on record and hip hop, understand hip hop, man. This is the part I used to talk about this back in the early days when I would do speeches. Hip hop was always based on keeping it real. People weren't lying about their histories. Rakim was a stick-up kid, okay? Rakim was a stick-up kid. Run DMC was who they said they were. We had our fantasies. Yes, we did. The Sugar Hill Gang. I got a brand new car in the pool, blah, blah, blah. We knew that was bullshit. Morris Day, I got diamonds on my fingers, just a couple on my toes. We knew that was bullshit. But when it came to guys that looked like that, had that street look, and well, again, now back up again for a minute. Grab some videos, go back to YouTube. When they first came out, they didn't look like that. They had on regular shit. They were doing express yourself, something to dance to. They weren't doing the same shit. It wasn't until later on, after the Rodney King thing jumped off, and they had "Fuck the Police" on the album. "Fuck the Police" became the national anthem.
Yeah, that album made me fall in love with hip hop. I can't lie. King Dave Young wants to know, hey Lonzo, did you know John Singleton?
I met John Singleton one time right before he died. Yep, I didn't know him personally. We met at an event, and I met John. Then I met F. Gary Gray at his when he got the star on the Walk of Fame. But yeah,
nice. Perez says, hey Lonzo, hey Lonzo, the West Coast originator, back in your heyday, have you ever owned a lowrider?
Hell yeah. Shit, yeah. Got one now. Shit.
Hey, you got a dope ass lowrider too.
Well, I got one right now. I got an 85 convertible Cadillac Barrettes on 20s. It ain't cut or nothing like that, but that motherfucker clean as a shit on New Year's Eve. Shit. I never got into cutting my cars up. I had the opportunity a few times. I just like my cars lowered. And back when I was really low riding, they didn't have airbags. Okay. Back then, the low riding was, have your car cut up was depending on who put your lifts in, could have ruined your car forever. And it was always some problems. Back then it wasn't like it is. It wasn't high tech like it is right now. It was very iffy, and you had the battery. People weren't doing the stuff they're doing now. They didn't have all the braided hoses. They had regular hoses, and you hit a pothole, hose bust. Now you got to get a tow truck to get your car. Even airbags right now. I was thinking about bagging my Cadillac, but I found out I couldn't because of the front wheel drive for one. But my boy, he advised me to get it because sometimes those bags get punctured. Now your shit is dragging. Everybody got their thing. Yeah, I've had a few low rides. That's been my thing all my life, man. Shit, I was a grown ass man. Like I said, I got an 85 blade, pretty the motherfucker, call it sunshine.
Yeah, was the lowrider culture, was it pretty big, like in the 70s, 80s? Like, when was it at its biggest?
Lowriders has always been around. I remember my cousin, dude, in the 60s. I might have been about 10, 12 years old. My cousin had a car called a Monza, okay, made by Chevrolet. It was like a Volkswagen, had an engine in the back, and they would take the shocks out, the shocks out, and heat the springs up so the car would sit low, okay? And that's when they had record players in the car. They had a real, I'm not bullshitting, had a record player in the car. You couldn't drive and listen to the music, but you park it from your girl's house, and you wouldn't be bumping, but you could hear the music. They had a lot of Latino lowriders still got record players in their cars right to this day. as a nostalgic thing. Record players and aftermarket air conditioners became a major shit back in the day. I mean, just to have, if you see an old lowrider with a aftermarket air conditioner, because the air conditioning was not always standard in cars. Air conditioning, electric windows, and automatic transmissions were not always standard. You had to spend some money to get an automatic transmission. If not, you busted some gears, okay? Or you cranking up some windows, or your ass is gonna be hot if you ain't got no money, okay? Those are all extras. And yeah, lowrider back in the day, they had record players, 45 RPM record players that sat right on the hump of the car in the middle, and or hung from the dashboard. And you couldn't, like I said, you couldn't go nowhere and listen to the shit, but you could sit in front of somebody's house and do some parking lot pimping.
Parking lot pimping, baby. Everybody's saying you got the quotes for tonight. You said something earlier that was smooth about 10 minutes ago. Somebody post in the comment section what that was.